Say urgency addiction. Anything less than a conscious commitment to the important is an unconscious commitment to the unimportant. As we begin this chapter, take a moment to consider your answer to the following questions. What is the one activity that you know if you did superbly well and consistently would have significant positive results in your personal life? What is the one activity that you know if you did superbly well and consistently would have significant positive results in your professional or work life? If you know these things would make such a significant difference, why are you not doing them now? As you consider your response, let's look at the two primary factors that drive our choices concerning how we use our time: urgency and importance. Although we deal with both factors, one of them is the basic paradigm through which we weave our time and our lives. The fourth generation is based on the importance paradigm. Knowing and doing what's important rather than simply responding to what's urgent is foundational to putting first things first. As you go through this chapter, we'll ask you to examine your own paradigms carefully. Whether you're operating from a paradigm of urgency or one of importance has a profound effect on the results you're getting in your life. Urgency. Few of us realize how powerfully agency affects our choices. The phone rings, the baby cries, someone knocks at the door, a deadline approaches. I need this now. I am in a jam. Can you come right over? You're late for your appointment. How much does urgency control your life? There are many indexes to consult. These can be found on the Franklin Covey website and other business planners. We'd like to suggest that you take a few moments and look at some of the attitudes and behaviors that grow out of it as reflected in the many indexes available online. The degree to which you relate to the statements in the indexes will give you some idea of the extent to which you may be looking at life through a paradigm of urgency. If most of your responses are on the low end, the urgency paradigm is probably not a significant factor in your life. If they're in the middle or towards the higher end, there's a good chance urgency is your fundamental operational paradigm. If your responses are consistently high, urgency may be more than just the way you see. It may actually be an addiction, the urgency addiction. Some of us get so used to the adrenaline rush of handling crisis that we become dependent on it for a sense of excitement and energy. How does urgency feel? Stressful, pressured, tense, exhausting, sure. But let's be honest, it's also sometimes exhilarating. We feel useful, we feel successful, we feel validated, and we get good at it. Whenever there's trouble, we ride into town, pull out our six-shooter to the Varminton, blow the smoke off the gun barrel, and ride into the sunset like a hero. It brings instant results and instant gratification. We get a temporary high from solving urgent and important crises. Then, when the importance isn't there, the urgency fix is so powerful, we are drawn to do anything urgent just to stay in motion. People expect us to be busy, overworked. It's become a status symbol in our society. If we're busy, we're important. If we're not busy, we're almost embarrassed to admit it. Business is where we get our security. It's validating, popular, and pleasing. It's also a good excuse for not dealing with the first things in our lives. I'd love to spend quality time with you, but I have to work. There's this deadline. It's urgent. Of course you understand. I just don't have time to exercise. I know it's important, but there are so many pressing things right now. Maybe when things slow down a little. Urgency addiction is a self-destructive behavior that temporarily fills the void created by unmet needs. And instead of meeting these needs, the tools and approaches of time management often feed the addiction. They keep us focused on daily prioritization of the urgent. Addiction to urgency is every bit as dangerous as other commonly recognized dependencies. The following list of characteristics comes out of recovery literature not even connected with time management. It deals primarily with addiction to such things as chemical substances, gambling, and overeating, but look at the similarities.